Hi, here are 15 metal songs released in August 2021 that you may have missed. Rivers of Nihil, Focus. On September 24th, Rivers of Nihil will release their fourth full-length, The Work, via Metal Blade Records. For a preview of the album, a video for the new single Focus, directed by David Brodsky, is now released. This slower new single has an almost industrial meets groove quality to it. Omnium Gatherum, Paragon. Omnium Gatherum, the Finnish melodic death metal masters just released their new single Paragon. The track is off their new upcoming album Origin, which will be released worldwide on November 5th via Century Media Records. Trivium, Feast of Fire. Trivium have announced yet another new album, In the Court of the Dragon. The Orlando Quartet's 10th LP arrives October 8th via Roadrunner Record, will be Trivium's second of the pandemic age, following April 2020's What the Dead Men Say. The album cover is an original oil painting by French artist Matthew Nozières. Bassist Paolo Gregoletto says, "We went into this album knowing we had time to consider everything and anything that came about during this period, and if need be, we could start again if it didn't feel right given that no touring was on the horizon." Pale Horse Named Death, Reflections of the Dead. Pale Horse Named Death, the doom metal band led by founding Type O Negative and Life of Agony member Sal Abrascato, have released their new single and accompanying music video for Reflections of the Dead. It's the third single taken from the band's upcoming album Infernum in Terra, out September 24th, via Long Branch Records. Ginger, Wallflower. Progressive groove metal colossus Ginger releases surprising single Wallflower, the third single taken from the upcoming Ginger album Wallflowers, available via Napalm Records on August 27th. With Wallflower, Ginger prove once again that they can't be pigeonholed by offering a surprisingly tranquil delve into their multifaceted sound. The title track not only underlines highly talented vocalist Tatiana Schmeluk's clean and equally bold vocal power, but also supports her convincing, forceful growls and adds a persuasive character of wrath, overwhelming heaviness and pure abrasiveness. Sepultura, Slave New World featuring Matt Heafy from Trivium. While the pandemic paralyzed the entire world and prevented bands from touring, Latin America's biggest metal export Sepultura refused to sit back and act like an animal trapped in a cage. Like the flowers growing out of the deceased bird's body depicted on the stunning colorful cover artwork by Eduardo Recife. The thrash metal pioneers from Belo Horizonte made good use of their unexpected free time to start a project that kept them busy throughout the entirety of 2020. Their new live album Sepultura have seen the light of day on August 13th, and this one-of-a-kind release featuring renowned guest international stars from all over the world like Devin Townsend, Scott Ian, Anthrax, Danko Jones, Matt Heafy, Trivium, and many more. Iron Maiden, Stratego.
How do you read a madman's mind? Teach me the art of war.
Iron Maiden have released new single Stratego, the second preview of their long-awaited 17th album, Senjutsu. Senjutsu will mark Iron Maiden's first studio album since 2015's The Book of Souls, and their second consecutive double album. Harris and longtime producer Kevin Shirley co-produced the record. Iron Maiden will release Senjutsu on September 3rd.
Ocean is black, the devil's track, looking beyond
Black Label Society, Set You Free.
this passage of time.
Set You Free is the first single from Black Label Society's 11th studio album Doom Crew Incorporated, which is due on November 26 via E1. In a pandemic year off the road, Wild found inspiration in the band's First to Bleed, Last to Leave road crew and legion of support the band has amassed over the years, noting that Doom Crew Incorporated is viewed as their tribute to them. Halestorm, back from the dead.
Out of the blood, breaking free of the wasteland.
LZZY Hales Halestorm are back with their first new music of 2021, announcing their presence with authority on the powerful new track Back from the Dead.
From the dead alive, couldn't hold me.
The song is the first release from their still untitled forthcoming album that's expected to arrive in 2022. Enslaved, Caravans to the Outer Worlds. Norway's progressive black metal icons Enslaved are back with a new EP, Caravans to the Outer World, on October 1st via Nuclear Blast, after issuing their 15th studio album, Utgard, last year. The four-song effort is a tale of departure, of leaving behind a barren and desolate world, traveling boldly into the future. Enslaved's Ivar Björnsson comments, "This is the story that wanted to be told, and this is music that demanded to be heard. Who are we to question that?" After Utgard, the path ahead cleared itself, and we followed. Past, present and future melted together in an EP that marks one giant leap for us. Asking Alexandria, Alone Again. Asking Alexandria have announced the release of a new album called See What's on the Inside. Set to be released on October 1st, the band's follow-up to 2020's Like a House on Fire will be released via their newly signed deal with Better Noise Music. To accompany the announcement, Asking Alexandria shared the album's first single, Alone Again, a powerful, emotionally charged anthem that is sure to be a favorite, especially in a live setting.
I can't find my balance. I've been trying so hard, but what I love seem to hate.
Alone Again and the rest of this album is the result of us reconnecting and falling back in love with why we started this band in the first place, guitarist Ben Bruce said. No frills or cheap tricks, just the five of us playing our instruments as hard and as loud as we can.
I don't know anymore what to do. Let it be. Bring me home.
Tallah, Vanilla Paste, featuring Fire from the Gods, Chelsea Grin, Guerrilla Warfare.
I said I'm never living like this.
New core sextet Tallah, one of modern metal's most explosive and unbridled forces, have dropped brand new track Vanilla Paste. The 6-minute-plus opus weaves an intricate and gritty journey, simultaneously paying homage to the band's new metal influences whilst further cementing the fact that there is not a band on the planet that sounds as fresh and uniquely unhinged as Tallah. The track features a plethora of high-profile guest appearances including AJ Channer, Fire from the Gods, Tom Barber, Chelsea Grin, and Garrett Hood, Guerrilla Warfare. Tallah are currently in the studio recording their new album due to be released 2022 with producer Josh Schroeder. Tesseract, Tourniquet. In December 2020, Tesseract invited fans to join them in PORTALS, an ambitious concept created to offer an escape in a time of isolation. The live cinematic experience fused live performance with beautiful lighting and striking effects, brought together by chaptered screenplay. By taking their most daring steps as a creative force, the band offered the viewer a completely new and unique experience. The PORTALS show saw the band perform 14 songs spanning their entire catalog in a performance that lasted over 2 hours, including fan favorites, singles, and tracks that had never performed live before, including Tourniquet. Ministry, Search and Destroy. In addition to 4 decades of incredible original material that spawned a whole new genre of music, industrial mainstays Ministry and creator/frontman Al Jorgensen are also well known for a series of memorable cover songs from Black Sabbath's Supernaut to Bob Dylan's Lay Lady Lay. The newest tribute is a take on the Stooges' Search and Destroy, offering a uniquely slowed-down tempo, and Jorgensen's guttural howl that amplifies the song's wartime critique. Search and Destroy will appear on Ministry's upcoming 15th studio album Moral Hygiene, which will be released via Nuclear Blast Records on October 1st. With some of Ministry's strongest and most inspired material to date, the 10 tracks are a follow-up to 2018's Lauded Amerique Cant and put forth Jorgensen's societal manifesto and plea for civilization to get back to a set of standards that lives up to and embraces our humanity. WageWar, High Horse.
Been living under the gods since I first hit the road. The broken, lost, and defeated, I hit my lowest low.
WageWar have announced a new album. Titled Manic, the upcoming album from the Florida-based metalcore band is the follow-up to 2019's Pressure, and is scheduled to be released in October this year, via Fearless Records.
Is this what you want? Is this what you need? Rip the flesh from the bone of the...
Speaking about the upcoming album, the band says, after a long wait and endless hours of work, we could not be more ecstatic to announce our new album Manic. We've spent the entire last year working so hard to bring you the best WageWar yet, and we've never been more sure that we've accomplished that.
Now the hunter is the prey. ZanZanA, l'émission métal.